and good afternoon, everybody. Steve Russo, Regional Sales Manager with Fortress Power. Very excited to talk with you all about some updates, some new exciting products to the Fortress Power inverter and battery line. I'm going to go ahead and give it a couple more minutes, wait for a few more people to join, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Before I do start, I'll give you a little bit of background on myself. As I mentioned, I'm Regional Sales Manager here with Fortress Power. I've been with Fortress a little over a year now. I've been in the solar and battery storage realm for about 15 years. I started back in the end of 2009 doing residential solar sales, and then I moved into commercial financing for solar, and then eventually to battery storage here. But yeah, I think you guys are gonna get a lot of good information today. It'd be really beneficial for you guys and your business to learn about the new Fortress Power products. We have some larger capacity products from a battery standpoint, as well as an inverter power standpoint. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and get started here. And first, a little background on Fortress Power. For those of you who don't know, Fortress Power was founded back in 2016. We are headquartered in the United States, just outside of Philadelphia in Langhorne, Pennsylvania. We also have offices in Mexico and Puerto Rico. Currently have over 500 certified installers with Fortress Power, over 100 distributors, and we've done close to 60,000 projects so far. We are not just the United States, though. We do have a worldwide presence. We have done many projects in Latin America, as well as Canada and Puerto Rico. So we do a lot of business here in the United States, but certainly worldwide as well. Manufacturing facility. So our head manufacturing facility right now is based out of China. However, we do have plans to open a manufacturing facility in Malaysia, and also one in the United States in Virginia Beach. So in late 2026, we do expect to have our one of our batteries being manufactured out of Virginia Beach in the United States. Some reason why installers choose Fortress Power. I'd say the biggest compliments I get is one is the quality of the product. I get tons of praise on just how well the product works, the ease of the installation. And the other thing is the technical support. We've really put together just probably the best team of technical support around in the business. Get constant compliments from my installers on talking directly to our technicians. These are actual engineers that have done installations, and you could get that person on the phone 7 days a week. Again, that is probably the biggest compliment I get from my customers and installers. Energy storage portfolio. So we will focus today on our residential energy storage line. I'm on the residential sales side. So we'll go through our NV inverters, new solo off-grid inverter, as well as our batteries. These do residential as well as small commercial, so they can be available for small commercial applications. We also do have a larger C&I division, so I won't spend a lot of time on that today, but we do have a large commercial battery storage. It's called the eSpire. We have a eSpire Mini. We have a couple coming out in next year called the eSpire Nano and the eSpire Ultra. And these are large C&I storage facilities that can go all the way up to 5 megawatt hours. And our batteries and our inverters are VPP approved, which stands for Virtual Power Plant. So that does allow for incentives and upfront payments to your customers to really reduce the overall cost of installing battery storage today. We're seeing a number of these pop up where I'm located in California. We have a couple, but there's some in Oregon and in Washington, as well as the East Coast. And we expect more and more of those to pop up as the tax credit goes away next year. So let's go ahead and get into the residential energy portfolio. We have inverters and we have batteries. So I'll give you kind of a high level look at the products that we currently have available. And then in a few slides, I'll get into the more detailed of each product. But our newest inverter is this one in the top left here called the NV Duo 21. So this has the highest output inverter with up to 16 kilowatts of output when connected to PV, and it has up to 12 kilowatts of output when off grid. As the name states, NV Duo 21, it does actually allow for a total of 21 kilowatts of output between the PV, again mentioned at 16, but it can simultaneously do 5 kilowatts to the battery as well, and hence the name NV Duo 21. This is a hybrid inverter like our entire NV inverter line. It can be used for on-grid, it can be off-grid. It does split phase, and it does single or three-phase 208. So again, you can use this for residential. You can also use this for commercial. The NV inverter comes in some smaller sizes as well. We have the NV True 12 kW, which also does whole home backup as the NV Duo 21. So it does have the 200 amp AC pass-through. As the name states, it does do 12 kilowatts of continuous output, whether that's on-grid or off-grid. And then the inverter, NV inverter comes in two smaller sizes, the 8 kW and the 10 kW. Another new addition to our inverter line, we're really excited about this, is the Solo 6.5. So this is technically an off-grid inverter. However, you can have it connected to the grid. It just you cannot export to the grid. So if you want to use it for self-consumption and backup for your home, this is a great product. It is the lowest cost inverter available, and as the name states, it's also going to be perfect for off-grid setups. And again, we'll get into the details of each of these inverters in a little bit. Batteries that we have available, the newest battery to our line of batteries here is the eBoost. So this is a 16 kilowatt hour battery, and it has on top of it what's called an eWay. It stands for electrical wire way. It sits right on top of the battery, and what that allows is it can stack our NV inverter, any of our NV inverters, right on top of it. So it makes for easy installation. There's no outside wiring, a nice clean vertical look. It does have side knockouts as well, so you can have the inverter to the side. The eBoost, it is scalable, so you can actually go up to you can parallel up to 16 eBoost batteries, so for a total of 256 kilowatt hours of capacity. It is indoor-outdoor rated, IP65 rating, and it has a built-in heater as well. Our number one battery to date, I'd say in 2025, is this middle option down below. It's called the eForce. So this is a stackable battery. Each battery module here is 9.6 kilowatt hours. So you can see the setup on the bottom left is a single 9.6 kilowatt hour battery. The setup in the middle, two of them stacked on top of each other for a 19.2. And you can even stack a third battery, as you see on the setup on the right, where that's a 28.8 kilowatt hour battery. So a little bit more flexibility with the eForce and the 9.6 modules that can just be really there's plugins that just stacks right on top of each other. You can see each has an eWay on top of it as well. So similar to the eBoost, that electrical wireway, which allows for our inverters to, again, be stacked directly on top of the battery without any outside wiring. Also, like the eBoost, it has a indoor-outdoor rating of IP65, and it has a built-in heater, and each module has its own BMS. Right now, with the eForce, there is a special promotion where if you're doing the combination of the eForce and one of our NV inverters, it is now providing that eForce battery with a 15-year warranty. So most of our products have a standard 10-year warranty. However, right now you can take advantage of this promotion that is available to the end of the year. So you can get, again, a 15-year warranty with our eForce, as long as it's being paired with one of our NV inverters. One of our more popular batteries that has been around for years is this eFlex Max. So this is our smallest capacity battery at 5.4 kilowatt hours. This is also indoor-outdoor rated. Oftentimes with the eFlex Max, they are included in what's called a Durack. So we do have a racking system that you could put those batteries in. Can hold up to 4 eFlex Maxes. It has an aluminum enclosure. But yes, again, oftentimes we do see those put in our Durack. There's a heat pad that you can get in the Durack as well. So again, this is kind of just a wide view of the products being offered by Fortress Power today. Just can go as small as a 5.4 kilowatt hour battery, all the way up to that eForce can be scaled up to 268 kilowatt hours. So there's just again a wide range of applications that our products can be used for. And with that being said, I will go on to the next page, which shows some of our energy or whole home energy storage systems that we're seeing being installed today. So we'll start with the one on the left. This is what I expect to be the most popular option from Fortress Power going into 2026. It has our eBoost. So the eBoost, as well as the NV Duo 21, were just launched this month. So very exciting, just launched here in October of 2025. But it has the lowest cost per kilowatt hour. So again, that's why I expect it to have be the most popular setup moving forward. So again, 16 kilowatt hours of battery storage. I have the eWay on top and our NV Duo 21 stacked right on top of the eBoost. So this can be used for on-grid and off-grid. It can be used for cabins, RVs, condos, residential, small commercial. Comes with a 10-year warranty, and this is VPP ready. So anybody that's in a virtual power plant area, this setup would be VPP approved. The setup in the middle has been our most popular, I would say, from 2025 is this eForce 19.2. So again, each module is 9.6. So this setup is a 19.2 kilowatt hour eForce. I would say it's a little bit more of our high-end option, battery option. You can kind of compare it to car manufacturers where you can get a Honda or you can get an Acura. You have multiple options just depending upon your customer. eForce does come with that 15-year warranty as long as it's being paired with one of our NV inverters. It's stackable with our NV inverter as well, just like the eBoost can be used for commercial buildings as well as residential, and it has a sleek design. It is stackable, as you see, but again, I want to also make sure everybody's aware you can scale it in parallel. So this one you can scale all the way up to 268.8 kilowatt hours. So again, wide range, go from as small as 9.6 kilowatt hours all the way up to 268 with the eForce. And it does have that IP65 rating, indoor, outdoor, and because of its stackability, I'd say it's a little bit more flexible depending upon the space that you're working with. The eForce can fit any setup that you have for a customer's home. On the right, you'll see our new Solo 6.5 inverter with our eFlex Max. So again, this is the inverter that is considered off-grid, but you can, again, do it on-grid as long as you're not exporting to the grid. It is great for trailers and mobile homes as well. Does that backup self-supply if it is grid-tied. It can be used for cabins, RVs, condos, and this is the lowest cost option. So I do see this as a great option for your customers that they would like an inverter, that they would like battery, but their budget, they want to look at the most cost effective or the lowest cost option to have an inverter and battery setup, and that would be the solution with our Solo 6.5 and eFlex Max 5.4 battery. Some comparisons here. We have a nice comparison sheet where this breaks down our Fortress Power NV Duo 21 with eBoost, our Fortress Power NV Duo 21 with eForce, and then a unnamed competitor on the right that you may be able to figure out what competitor that is. But nice comparison sheet that shows the differences between the three You have, again, the eBoost on the left with Fortress Power, the eForce in the middle, outdoor rated, heated, wall mountable. I should mention, yes, both the eBoost and the eForce, they come with a standard. You can do those as a standard ground mount, or you can buy a wall mount bracket and actually do a wall mount of each of those batteries as well. It's flexible to scale. The things I want to point out here is the upfront material cost per kilowatt hour. You can see the eBoost and NV Duo come to around $605, which is right on par where our competitor is at $607. eForce, again, it's what we would consider our higher end battery option at just a little over $705. But if you want to look at the levelized cost of energy, and that's the total installed cost divided by the total energy produced during the warranty period, you'll see that the eBoost blows the competitor out of the water at just 19 cents per kilowatt hour. eForce slightly higher at 0.22 cents per kilowatt hour, whereas the competitor is all the way up close to 40 cents per kilowatt hour. So a couple great options for Fortress Power with different setups, different applications, and a price that is not just competitive, that beats what's available today. So let's get into the eForce a little bit more detail. Again, 9.6 kilowatt hours each module. It has the the eWay on top, where you can stack the NV either to the side, as you see on the setup on the left, or you can stack the NV right on top of the battery. I should mention that you can stack the NV on top of the battery, eForce battery, as long as it's one or two of the modules stacked on top of each other. If you're doing a 3-stack, so a 28.8, you would have to have the NV inverter go to the side in that scenario. The setup on the right shows you how you can do slightly larger capacity. You can do two of the 19.2s parallel together for a total of a 38.4 kilowatt hour setup, and the NV inverter sitting on top in that setup there. Again, right now, great promotion. As I mentioned, the 15-year warranty. If you're doing an eForce NV combination, we are also including a free Guardian with that setup as well. So that, again, is valid to the end of this year. If you purchase a eForce with an NV, you are not only getting a 15-year warranty on the eForce, you are going to get a free Guardian monitoring as well. And that is a product that is roughly $500. So again, nice promotion being offered today to take advantage of. The eForce, again, is great for high-end homes or commercial projects. The setup can go as low as 9.6 kilowatt hours all the way up to 268. Now, what I want to do is actually kind of switch gears and go to our website, just because a lot of great information is on our website. You just need to know where to go to get it. So if you go to fortresspower.com and you hit under products, you'll see residential batteries and eForce stackable home ESS. So any questions that you have on the eForce most likely can be answered on our website. You'll see if you scroll down, it has the different stackability options, whether it's 9.6 or 19.2, 28.8, a little look inside the eWay, and the quick plugs for easy stackable design. And I like this picture here because you can see just the aesthetics of this setup, the 19.2 with the NV on top. Again, this has probably been our most popular setup in 2025, but just a nice, clean, whole home battery energy storage system here. Now, let's say you have questions and you need data sheets, install manuals, all of that is down below. If you go under product information, it gives different specifications, whether it's the 9.6, 19.2, whether you do it horizontal or vertical. All of that information is listed under product information. But again, if you actually just want a copy of the data sheets, you can hit on downloads. There's a link to the data sheet, link to the install manual. If it's wall mount, there's a wall mount installation manual right there. And then all of our certifications. So these batteries are UL 9540 certified. And again, if you need a copy of that certification, it's right there on our website. Another thing I highly recommend that everybody does is go through our video library. So each product has a number of different videos, everything on just our quick advertising and videos of the eForce to product installation. So our head of product, Matthew Daniel, our solutions engineer, Gio, have put together these videos that are a great resource for anybody that has questions about this specific setup, has questions about the installation. There's unboxing videos, there's interconnection tutorials. So again, highly recommend just going to our website, or I also recommend going to our YouTube channel. So if you go to Fortress Power's YouTube channel, all of those videos are listed there as well. Again, anything from unboxing to detailed webinars on each product. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the presentation and go into a little bit more on the eForce so you can see the individual battery modules. They are premium 1C rated automotive cells, similar to our eFlex and eFlex Max. So if you guys have used the eFlex Max or the eFlex in the past, it's the same technology. Only a 0.02% cell failure rate, which is unbelievable. Again, it comes with a closed circuit base, but it does have the option to wall mount. That is a additional piece of equipment to buy. So again, if you are doing a wall mount, make sure that you acquire the wall mount bracket kit. It is, as I mentioned, IP65 rating, built-in heater, and it has that stackability and VPP ready. As I had mentioned a couple times, 15-year warranty, take advantage of that right now. However, all of our products can be upgraded to a 30-year warranty through our partners at Solar Insure. So whether that's our batteries or inverters, you do have the ability to upgrade the warranty to 30 years on all of these products. A little bit more detail on the eForce eWay. 750 amp bus bar included for parallel in battery units. Also has the spot for the Guardian to sit. What you'll notice is the side knockouts here. So if you are doing batteries in parallel, or if you have the inverter to the side, just easy side knockouts here. There's an e-stop switch, and there's a removable top cover to connect with the NV inverter. As you can see here on the graphic on the right, you take those covers off, and it's just very easy installation, combining the NV inverter and our eForce battery. All right. So with that being said, I will now move on to our newest addition to our battery line, the eBoost. So this is, again, a 16 kilowatt hour battery. It kind of fits that solution for people looking in, the eForce 9.6, you can go up to 19.2. Well, we decided that a perfect solution would be offering the eBoost in a 16 kilowatt hour format. This is scalable, so it's not stackable like the eForce. You cannot stack them one on top of each other, but it is scalable in parallel, and you can actually front stack them. So as you see in this picture on the bottom right, this is two 16 kilowatt hour batteries stacked one in front of each other. So this would be a total of 32 kilowatt hour setup. And again, it has the NV inverter right on top for easy integration to make it a whole home energy solution. You can put that NV Duo 21 right on top to get the highest output, highest 16 kilowatt hour battery capacity. So couple other different ways of setting up the eBoost. Again, you have the NV on top, or maybe you have it to the side. Great for residential homes, can do commercial buildings as well, can do on-grid, can do off-grid, and it is scalable up to 256 kilowatt hours. Another important point here is we do expect this battery to be Fiat compliant. This battery will be Fiat compliant in 2026. So we will have this manufactured in the United States and have Fiat compliance with the eBoost. And a little bit more in detail on our eBoost is you can see the powerful BMS, so 12 kilowatt charge and discharge rate, one-to-one pairing with the NV Duo inverter. eBoost has that high C rating, high capacity cells, again, scalable up to 256 kilowatt hour for residential and commercial, built-in heater, outdoor, indoor rated, IP65, e-stop function, and with the eWay that you stack right on top of the eBoost, it allows for AC and DC conductors to be run through a single enclosure. There's no separate wireway needed. With the NV inverter, it just seamlessly sits right on top of it for a nice clean look, and not just looks good aesthetically, but it's a quick and easy installation as well. So it's another piece of feedback we've gotten recently with the product just being launched, is that it's actually a easy and quick installation. All right. And let's talk a little bit about the eWays on the eBoost. So as we had saw on the eForce, it comes with an eWay, and each, whether you do a 9.6 or 19.2 or 28.8, there's just one eWay that you would have for each setup. With the eBoost, there's two different eWay options. So there's the standard eWay, which is very similar to the eForce eWay, which includes a 750 amp bus bar, also a spot for the Guardian, for integrated firmware and high-level monitoring. It has the removable top cover to connect with the NV inverter. So again, all very similar to the eForce eWay. It does have an opening. Opens a little bit differently. It opens from the side, whereas the eForce eWay opens from top to bottom. But as you can see on the graphic on the right, it's the same overall concept. Just take off the covers and have the NV inverter just stack right on top of the eWay, and have no outside wiring, just one singular vertical system. Now, if you want to save a way of saving a little bit of money for your customers, if you are doing multiple eBoosts, you can look at doing what's called an eWay Lite. So eWay Lite is cheaper. It does not have the 750 amp bus bar like the standard eWay does, and it does not have the top covers, as you can see in the picture here. So just a smooth top, no punch outs for the stackability of the NV inverter. So you can see in this setup here, there's 3 different eBoosts. So you're getting a total of 48 kilowatt hours of battery capacity with our MB Duo 21 on top of one of the eBoosts. So in this setup here, you would have the regular eWay, standard eWay that has the whole top punch outs and the bus bar. But on the 2 additional eWays, we would have the eWay Lite here. And that would, again, save customers money. It also, I think, looks a little bit better aesthetically with not having the top punch outs on the eWay if you're not using them. So this is an option. If you are purchasing this through our price book, just make sure when you place your order that you're getting the eBoost, and then you include an eWay with each eBoost. You just need to select whether it's the standard eWay or the eWay Lite. And I'm going to actually bounce back to the website again really quick, just to show if you have any questions on the eBoost or that the eWay versus the eWay Lite, that information is on our website. So I'll go to products, residential batteries, eBoost. And if we scroll down, features, everything that we've discussed, hit on downloads, installation manuals, data sheets, and here is the eWay versus the eWay Lite comparison. So if you click on that, this is a really useful piece of information that if you have questions on whether the eWay or the eWay Lite is right for your setup, you can use this comparison sheet here. And we have eWay versus eWay Lite use cases as well to reference. Okay. All right, I'll go ahead and go back to the slides, and that is pretty much it for the eBoost. Again, brand new battery launched in October 2025. It is 16 kilowatt hours, can be scaled up to 256 kilowatt hour. And again, it is the lowest cost battery option that's available. So in terms of a price per kilowatt hour, this is the way to go for anybody that is looking for the lowest cost battery option with the highest quality. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and switch gears, go into our inverter line. Inverter here is the NV Duo 21. So also launched here in October of 2025. Largest inverter at 16 kilowatts of output when connected to PV. Has 12 kilowatts of output when off grid. As I mentioned earlier, you can simultaneously do 16 kilowatts of PV output as well as sending 5 kilowatts to the battery. So that's a total of 21, hence the name NV Duo 21. Again, this is a whole home backup inverter with 200 amp AC pass-through, with allowing for connections to PV as well as a generator port. So it can actually have up to 25 kilowatts of PV, which is our largest option. And it can have up to 21 kilowatts of generator port. Hybrid inverter, so it has AC-DC coupling. And again, this can be used for residential, so you can do it for 120, 240 single split phase, or you can also use it for commercial, so you can do this 120, 208 three phase works as well. Includes AP Smart rapid shutdown. It is also outdoor rated, and it has a standard 10-year warranty, but again, this, just like our batteries, can be upgraded to a 30-year warranty with our partners at Solar Insure. So again, this is our newest, it's our latest and greatest inverter. It stacks perfectly with our eBoost as well as our eForce battery. The NV comes in 3 smaller sizes. So right here, you can see it comes in the NV10 as well as the 8 kW. So these are also hybrid inverters. So it does the same AC-DC coupling, can be used for residential, single split phase, or 3-phase 208. Just slightly less, up to 15 kilowatts of PV, and has 2 independent MPPTs. I should mention, I think I forgot to mention, on the NV Duo 21, just like our NV True 12 kW, there's 3 independent MPPTs. Whereas with the NV 8 and 10 kW, 2 independent MPPTs up to 15 kilowatts of solar. Also does have a designated generator port up to 21 kilowatts. And it includes the AP Smart RSDs as well. All right, and that brings me to our latest inverter that is available to pre-order today. You can pre-order this inverter and actually save an additional 10%. These will be available and shipped in November, in late November. We're about 3 to 4 weeks away. But this is our lowest cost inverter. So we see this as a great option for anybody that's looking for an off-grid inverter and needs a low cost. As mentioned, though, you can have this set up on grid. You just cannot export to the grid. So if you're looking for a low cost inverter just for backup or self-consumption, this is a great solution. It has up to 10 kilowatts of PV input, 2 MPPTs, as the name states, 6.5 kilowatts of continuous power output. And you can scale up to 6 of these units. So you can scale this all the way up to 39 kilowatts. Has a 5-year product warranty on the Solo 6.5. And again, this is great for on-grid, as long as you're not exporting to the grid, you're doing it for backup or self-consumption. It's also great for off-grid homes, cabins, trailers, mobile homes, RVs, condos. There's a wide range. Again, this is our lowest cost inverter that is available with an additional 10% discount if you pre-order that today. Again, I'm just going to switch gears really quick to go over to our website. If you have any questions on the Solo 6.5, you'll hit on products, residential, hybrid inverters, and any information on Solo 6.5 is on the drop-down menu. You can see different pictures of the setup, a side view, bottom view, inside view. And if you scroll down, same deal, hit on downloads, you can get the installation manual and data sheets there, as well as the video library on the Solo 6.5. Also show you, again, if you wanted any information, let's say on the NV Duo 21, the largest inverter available today, you hit on that from the drop-down menu, gives you the pictures on the NV Duo 21, same as the side views, inside view, different setups, different features. One thing I didn't mention before on the NV Duo 21 as well as the NV 12kW, you can parallel those up to 10. So you can go up to 120 kilowatts of output by paralleling up to 10 of our NV Duo 21s or NV 12kWs. All right. Back to the slideshow here, and I'll go ahead and show some real-world examples of these are some recent eForce with NV setups that we've done. I really like this one here that was done recently outside of San Diego, just because it shows the flexibility, how you can get creative with the eForce. You can see the installer did a great job of using the eForce with the space that was available. So he lined up the eForce is in parallel, perfectly lined with the wall, and even as the wall goes up at the end, he's able to put the last one as the I think it's a 2-stack of the eForce at the end. It might have the NV inverter on top of it, or you could have it across the way. But again, the thing to notice is here is the flexibility of the eForce, the different setups. So whether you want a small 9.6 kilowatt hour battery setup, or if you need a larger 57.6 kilowatt hour setup, as the one in the right is. And if you need to go even larger, here's some examples of some small commercial projects that we've done recently with our eForce and NV. As you can see, a couple in Puerto Rico, up to around 125 kilowatts of eForce with 36 kilowatts of NV. A recent job in Hawaii where it's, again, 36 kilowatts of NV. So that would be 3 of our NV inverters matched with 86.4 kilowatt hours of our eForce. And as you can see, just a wide range of setups and applications, whether it's residential, whether it's commercial, we have a solution. And again, as you can see here, a number of different combinations as far as inverters as well. You can see the 2 here on the left are 3 inverters with pretty large capacity eForce, whereas the setup on the right has 72 kilowatts of NV with 150 kilowatts of eForce. System designer. So I know I want to kind of switch gears and talk a little bit about how Fortress Power is more than just a battery manufacturer, more than an inverter manufacturer. We're really a partner. We want you to succeed. We want you to have happy customers. We want you to be able to use all the tools on our website and know where to find them to make your job easier, to make your systems designed correctly and do it with not spending a lot of time. Obviously, time is money. So I highly recommend taking advantage of our system designer on our website. I will go back to the website to show you where to find this. If you are on fortresspower.com, you hit under support and you'll see system sizing tool. And this will allow you to, it'll give you a number of different options based on what you need, how many, what your load profile looks like, how much capacity you need. So you can select whether it's on grid, off grid, how many days of autonomy. I'll just go ahead and switch it to 2. Say it's split phase, or if it's 3-phase 208, you can select that from the drop down menu. If it's an indoor installation or an outdoor installation, you could go ahead and select that. you hit next, and it gives you a load profile, automatic load profile that comes up, but you can add custom entries. So you just go ahead and enter the different loads, and you'll see suggested systems. So you just click on suggested systems, and it'll give you a couple different options. Different options with our eFlex or eVault Max. I do want to, now that it brought this up, I do want to bring something to everybody's attention. The eVault Max has been a great product of ours for many years. Nothing but positive feedback from my installers as far as the quality of the battery, how it works. But we are phasing it out. It's essentially being replaced by that eBoost that we just launched. So it has all the same bells and whistles. Everything that you loved about the eVault Max has been transferred to the eBoost. It's slightly smaller than the eVault Max. So the eVault Max was great. It was just a little bit larger. It was kind of like a small mini fridge. It was also only indoor rated. So that's why we've taken everything that you love about the eVault Max, have switched it over to the eBoost, and that means that the eVault Max, there's a few left, but not many. So if you do have anybody that is looking for an eVault Max, I would get that order in today because those will soon be gone. All right. Go ahead and get back to the slides. And again, System Designer on our website, highly recommend taking advantage of that System Designer tool. C&I product portfolio, I'm not going to get into the details of the C&I line. I just do want to show you some pictures. So if you have any large commercial projects, we do have a solution for that. We do have our C&I specific division. You can see pictures of our eSpire 306 or eSpire Mini. These are large these are large batteries and basically microgrids that can produce all the way up to 5 megawatt hours. Again, we do show that the eForce, eBoost, Envy line can be used for small commercial, but we do have this eSpire line for larger C&I projects that you may have. There's a little bit of a look inside our eSpire Mini where the battery racks go, and eSpire 306. Some recent projects we've done with our eSpires from some named brands that I'm sure everybody has heard of. And if you need a quote, so if you need a quote for any of our eSpire line, you go to our website. These are all custom built, so this is not on a price book. You would just need to go to products, C&I, click on that commercial and industrial, and if you scroll down, you'll see a checklist that you'll get started on. So again, if you have a commercial project that you would like a quote for eSpire, go to the C&I page of our website and fill out the checklist. Right, we just got a couple other slides here to touch on before I'll see if there's any questions. As I mentioned before, our products are all VPP, which stands for Virtual Power Plant Approved. Again, we're seeing more and more of these pop up throughout the entire United States. As I mentioned, I'm in California, so we have a great VPP program here in the 3CE, which is like Monterey County, Santa Cruz County, San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara County, where they're paying all the way up to like $300 per kilowatt hour rebate for battery storage. We are also in Southern California, San Diego, just launched a great VPP program. Again, we are approved. Important piece of information, if you want your project to be VPP approved, you must have the NB inverter as well as the Guardian monitoring. So make sure you have the Guardian included if you are doing a VPP program. Also, yeah, some up in Oregon, in Idaho, Utah, Colorado, you can see the different regions that these programs are popping up, and these are all approved. Again, new dealer promotion. So right now, if you are a new dealer, if you've not placed an order with Fortress Power to date, you can purchase directly through Fortress Power and receive a 10% discount. So this is just for first orders only. If you've not bought Fortress Power in the past, this is a special promotion. Contact us. You can get a 10% discount on your first order. It's available through December 31st of this year. Expert training and certification. Do want to again highlight our technical training team. That if you're an installer, if you're going out to, actually, let me back up. We have a great front end technical training, and we have a great installation commissioning training and technical team available. So if you guys have questions about a particular job that you're looking to make sure you procure the right equipment, the right size, the right setup between the inverters and the batteries, you can go to us up front and we can get on a call with our solutions engineer and walk you through making sure that you have the correct setup from the beginning. Once you have the job and you are scheduled to go out there for the installation, commissioning, if you need to check up on the system, we have a 7-day-a-week technical support team that is available where you can actually get somebody on the line, real person. We have them based here in the United States. We have some based in Puerto Rico and in Mexico. But again, 7 days a week available where you can actually speak to somebody and get an answer. You can go to our website and submit a support ticket. So let me just show you that really quick. If you do need any support, you can always go to that support tab and support tickets. Again, you can fill out some information and it'll go to our technical support team and somebody will call you. There's live chat available, or you can call in. And another thing I recommend is reach out to your sales manager. So if you reach out to your sales manager and let them know ahead of time that you're going out there to install, commission the system, we oftentimes will then kind of put that on the calendar of our technical support team to have somebody available for you so that they can help you, especially maybe if it's that first installation, first commissioning with Fortress Power. So again, I just do want to highlight how we have a very dedicated technical support team available to you 7 days a week. All right. Last thing here is the warranty that I mentioned before. Standard 10-year warranty on all of our products, except for the eForce right now. Take advantage of getting a 15-year warranty on the eForce as long as it's being paired with the NB and a Guardian, but the Guardian is included for free. So again, take advantage of that today. But all of these products can be upgraded through our partners at Solar Insure. So if you need an additional warranty that goes beyond the 10 or 15 years, you contact our partners at Solar Insure and they can upgrade it all the way to 30 years. And next step. So for anybody that is not a dealer, I recommend going to our website today, filling out the dealer application. It is quick and easy. It should take no more than 5 minutes. You're not committing anything. It's essentially just submitting information over to us. Then you can get informed through our newsletter. You can have additional resources. So again, you can always go to our YouTube channel. You can go to our website. But once you're a certified dealer with us, it will open up additional training. So we have an online training portal for our certified installers that goes into even more detail from installation and commissioning of our products, excuse me. And yeah, that is about it. I will say thank you guys for joining today. I'm not sure if we have any questions available in the chat here. Let me just check. I'm not sure if there's any questions or if anything has been put into the chat. Let me go ahead and stop sharing for a second. Doesn't look like there's any questions. I'll stay on for another minute or so. If anybody has any questions, I want us to put that in the chat. If there's any Q&A. Okay. Oh, there is a question. Okay. So is the gateway required for the 15-year warranty? Yes, it is. Good question. So if you want to get the 15-year warranty, you do need that Guardian, but as I mentioned, it's being included for free today. So there's no additional cost to get the Guardian. So go ahead and do the eForce and the NV, get a Guardian for free and get a 15-year warranty. And I think that is the only question. I'll stay on for another 15, 20 seconds before I end this. But again, thank you guys for joining us. We do appreciate you being partners of ours. Again, we are more than a battery manufacturer. We are here to support your business, to make sure that you have happy customers and that you're installing a ton of Fortress Power batteries and inverters. So with that being said, thank you all. Have a good rest of your day, and we look forward to working with you on your next project. Thank you.